So there's this dying bishop, a bunch of priests with skeletons in their closets, a drought so bad it could dry your soul, and a girl named Salima who just might be the beginning or the end of it all. Sounds like the perfect setting for a relaxing weekend, right? No? Well, welcome to the Vicarage, a lonely compound in a forgotten corner of Kenya where the people are hungry, the military is busy dancing, and the priests, well, they're just trying to forget stuff. Let's get into it. In Lily Mabura's story, we meet a curious mix of clergy and chaos. At the heart of it all is a dying bishop, bedridden, guilt-ridden, and trying to get a few things off his chest before his soul checks out. But before we get to the bishop's final breath and the mysterious gunshot that ends it all, let's set the scene. We're in a small, sunburned town in Kenya, a forgotten dot on the map. Here's how the author paints the picture.
The military base was a remnant of the colonial legacy, standing amongst stunted acacia trees and withered shrubs of solanum. The stunts of sparse grass surrounding the base were too brittle for cattle to graze on, too brittle even for camels.
That's right. Even camels, nature's ultimate survivors, want nothing to do with this place. And when the wind isn't rattling through dead leaves and empty bellies, it carries the sound of
sick dogs that would not stop howling, from the dry animal carcasses in the bush and watering holes caked with mud.
It's the kind of setting where hope goes to die.
We're gonna die!
Now inside the vicarage live 4 priests and 1 cook, all orbiting around our soon-to-be dearly departed bishop. Let's meet the gang, shall we? Father Ahmed is trying hard to forget cigarettes. Yes, that's his struggle. In a world full of pain, his cross is nicotine. Father Sif? Oh, he's a romantic. Unfortunately, he's also annoying because
Father Saif, in his determination to forget the woman he loved, intruded on everyone's quiet time because he could not stand his own.
we all know a Father Saif won't let you nap in peace because he's nursing heartbreak. Then there's Father Dugo, who hasn't gotten over the fact that
the bishop had tested him most before admission.
Bitterness in a cassock, great combo, and finally Dafala the cook, who's in such denial that he decides
to forget that the bishop was sick at all and carried on as usual.
Nothing says stability like completely ignoring your boss dying in the next room.
Who cares?
Meanwhile, the bishop, sick in bed, bones and sins decaying simultaneously, is trying to make peace with the afterlife. He's not looking for a priest to hear his confession. He already has priests. He's looking for the priest, Father Yasin Lordman, to take his confession, put it in a letter, and send it to the Nuncio Felice in Nairobi, because nothing says redemption like the slow crawl of postal mail. Now here's where things start to wobble. Earlier, Father Yasin, ever the cheeky one, made a joke.
How shall we kill the bishop?
Just a joke, of course. He said it when the priests realized the bishop was the only one stopping them from going back to their old ways, whatever those were. But as we know, in fiction, jokes like that, they age like milk. Then there's Salima. Oh yes, the mysterious girl who scaled the vicarage wall one day. Did she break in? Yes. Did they call the police? Nope. They made her an altar girl. Because why not? The boys had all left, probably to find food, water, or maybe just meaning. Salima becomes part of the rhythm of the compound, until one day, she disappears. So what does Father Yasin do? He chases after her, of course. He finds her caught up in the crowd around the military dancers. Yes, the same military that provides the only entertainment in this dusty apocalypse. But here's the twist. The woman in charge of that place, the military entertainment hall presumably, offers Yasin a deal. Give me the envelope, and I'll let you see Salima. And guess what? Yasin exchanges the bishop's confession letter for the promise of seeing Salima. Let that sink in. He trades the dying man's final wish for a maybe.
You know me, I'm impulsive.
Then bam, back at the vicarage, an armed military man appears. No warning, just shows up with a gun and a boot. Literally. He pins Father Yasin down, boot to neck, and with one sensor swing of his gun, he kills the bishop. Just like that. Joke, fulfilled, letter, gone, girl, missing, priest, pinned, and bishop, dead. That's it. That's the story. Let me repeat that. That's the entire story. No explanations, no confessions, no closure, just questions. Why did the military man kill the bishop? Was it revenge? Was it jealousy over Salima? Was it something in the letter? We don't know. In fact, the content of the letter, whatever sins the bishop wanted forgiven never gets revealed. And since Father Yasin exchanged it, we'll never know if the bishop was actually guilty of something, or just haunted by things he might have done. The story is called How Shall We Kill the Bishop by Lily Mabura, and let me tell you, it lives up to the name. This story is an enigma. It doesn't tie up neatly. It doesn't tell you what to feel. It just is. I think what makes this story so powerful, and to be honest, a little frustrating, is that it refuses to explain itself. It offers symbolism instead of logic, suggestion instead of clarity, and irony instead of resolution. That final moment, when the bishop is killed and the confession is lost, turns what started as a quirky story about quirky priests into something tragic, something deeper. Was it guilt that killed the bishop, or temptation, or just chaos? We'll never know. And maybe that's the point.
What in the world is going on?
Moral failure in religious leadership. These priests aren't saviors. They're men, flawed, distracted, bitter, and broken. Their inability to act morally reflects the failures of institutions meant to offer guidance. Religious hypocrisy. The very people meant to uphold spiritual order are in denial, addicted, or pining after past lovers. The bishop, the most spiritually authoritative figure, may even be hiding a dark secret. Postcolonial decay. The setting, once a colonial military base, is now dried up, purposeless. The same could be said for the church relics of power that no longer serve. Ambiguity as a literary tool. The story forces you to wrestle with possibilities. You, the reader, must answer your own questions. Lily Mabura is an African and African diaspora scholar and writer based at the University of Missouri, Columbia. Her accolades include the Jomo Kenyatta Prize for Literature and Kenya's National Book Week Literary Award. She's published short stories, children's books, and a novel titled The Pretoria Conspiracy. At the time of this story's release, she was working on Man from Magadi, a fictional exploration of Kenya's 2007-08 post-election violence. How Shall We Kill the Bishop was first published in Wasafiri in 2008, and later appeared in the 2010 Caine Prize anthology, A Life in Full and Other Stories, having been shortlisted for the prestigious prize. So, was the bishop a villain? Was Salima a symbol? Did Father Yasin make the ultimate mistake? Read it and decide for yourself. Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that leave you with more questions than answers. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more explorations of African literature, especially the ones that mess with your mind. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe don't joke about killing bishops. Ever. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.